as the fans know her, Mama Mammoth, Miss Donna Cecil. You might know her as, of course, Donovan Cecil's mother. Don't make the joke there. She's a sweet lady. She says she knows one person that you definitely don't want to face.
Who's that?
I would imagine it's Mr. Donovan Cecil.
I'd wrestle him. I'd mollywop him. He doesn't scare me. Not one bit.
What do you think you'd bring into a match with Donovan Cecil as an advantage that he just clearly does not have?
Speed.
Okay.
100%. Yeah, he might be Kentucky's strongest man, but he doesn't have the speed. The longer the match would go, the more in favor it goes for me.
Absolutely. I see that kind of insight. Donovan is an incredible specimen, though. Do you ever get worried that maybe in the opposite side of the ring from him he could get a little, I don't want to say take advantage, that's a different thing, but get a little bit of an advantage on you?
If he were to catch me, possibly, but he wouldn't catch me. I'm too quick for him.
Mama Mammoth, sorry, you heard it there first. There's his reasoning for why he might potentially.
I mean, there are valid arguments on both sides. Do you go with speed or do you go with power? It's like if you're buying a car or something.
Speed all the way.
Yeah.
Who cares about power?
We did
Speed.
drop out there for just a minute, folks. Sorry about that, but we are back now.
Are we back on?
Wait,
Yes.
what happened?
We'll talk about it later, but we're back now.
All right, and we're back.
I'm taking these things.
Nothing was missed. It's all in the recording, but we're coming back now. Apologize for that, folks.
Speaking of coming back, we've got Halloween Hell Night tomorrow at Hot Point Davis Arena. We have the pay-per-view on Saturday at Hot Point Davis Arena, and that is at 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got that. Don't forget about the OVW Bourbon Brawl, November 9th at Bourbon County High School in Paris, Kentucky, sponsored by our parent company, Divine Spirits.
And yeah, we're all out of sorts on these tonight.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh,
just let's skip those. Just take them down.
All right, I'll keep
Not
reading
you,
then.
but keep reading. Go ahead.
All right, let that be a lesson to you.
It's usually my fault.
It still is. Still your fault.
He has a point.
It's always your fault.
He's got you there. And also, finally, they just announced OVW Roadshow at Country Boy on December 13th, 2024 in Georgetown, Kentucky.
Yeah, that's a Friday night show. That's gonna be
as long
fun.
as it's okay with Star Rider, I'd like to let everybody know that you can get tickets for all these events at ovwtix.com. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're doing a great job.
Okay, defense rests.
Your partner over here, not so much.
That's usually how it goes around here on the Fan Zone.
I figured.
But is he doing good enough
No.
for you?
No.
It's good enough
Step it up.
for you?
You got the rush.
It's good enough for me.
I know.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
standards
yeah,
are
yeah,
different.
I see.
Star, if I knew you were coming by, I would have dressed a little differently. I thought this was just going to be our regular Halloween show, that we were going to have a really good time tonight.
I'm having a great time. Are you not having a great time? I'm having a great time right now.
Having a time.
I'm having a pretty good time.
Just okay.
Of course, I'm on this side of the camera.
You're on this
so-
side of the camera dressed, admittedly, kind of silly.
Admittedly.
But
Yeah,
less,
but that's a daily thing.
much less silly than I am.
No. Hey, look at this. You and I, we are WrestleMania 1.
We are wrestling history.
We are wrestling history. There would not be the era that we are enjoying right now in wrestling if it was not for WrestleMania 1. And the highlight of WrestleMania 1 for many people, I mean, most people, it's Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Orndorff for perhaps the Andre the Giant match.
Sure.
But for many people, it was Captain Lou Albano and Cyndi Lauper.
Me, Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Don't do this. That's my thing. That's my thing.
I've kind of been doing that too.
Get your own thing.
Kind of been doing that.
He'll mollywop you.
I usually do that on Wednesday nights, but you can have it. You can have it.
It's mine.
I,
All the nights.
I was feeling so good until you showed up, Star. I thought that I looked great, and I thought that I was going to have a good time. My mother was here.
I saw
You were very rude to her.
I was not rude to her. I said hi to her. She's a lovely woman.
She
told me what you said after I left, and I'm not pleased.
I think you're just, I just don't think
I'm
you
very
like it.
protective of my mother.
Your mom
okay?
seemed to like Star Rider
I'm
quite a
very
bit.
protective
That's all
of my
I'm
mother.
saying.
I'm very protective of my mother.
She
Do
took
we have any?
She took a liking to me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think that.
She's a
I think
lovely
honestly
lady.
that we're getting to the root of the issue on my part here. Do we have anything that we can go to cut the tension here, too, Tiny Brian?
Sure, why don't we go to break, and we'll be right back after this.
Break.
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
Have you seen how cool this shirt is?
I see that.
You know, we have a whole TeePublic shop that sells these.
I did not know that, no.
We do, yes. And we have links in all of our social media about it. You can get this or you can get the unofficial.
You can get this or you can get that.
That is absolutely true.
I honestly don't know.
Hey, my name's
what just
Mark. I'm
happened.
in the OVW Fan Zone.
A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow. The wrestling brand.
I'm Sarah and I'm with the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm Christian and I'm with the OVW Fan.
I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
Hey, it's me, Cal Hero. I am at the OVW Fan Zone. Come on. Come hang out.
Welcome back to the OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. My name is Jack Oaks.
I am Brian Hines.
Star, I would say thank you for joining us, but you kind of barged your way in on us this afternoon, this
I'll
Wednesday
say
night.
thank you. Star, thank you for joining
I will
us.
say thank you. He
Thank
is a
you.
guest in our home.
Thank you.
I try
very
to
much.
keep things. I try to shoot straight. Most of the time, I lose my way on that straight path. But I guess due to peer pressure, thanks for joining us, Star.
Absolutely.
That's it.
I would say
Thanks.
thank you
Wow,
so much.
come on, man. He's
Rush
a guest
Division-
here. He's the
Thank
Rush
you
champ.
so much. Multiple-time Rush Division champion.
Greatest Rush
Greatest
Division.
Rush Division champion.
go.
Fastest, sleekest, most masked member of the Revolution, Star Rider.
No, is that so hard?
Harder than you would think. It's been a long day. It's been a long day around here.
Can we do something with him?
Sure. What would you like me to do?
Kick him out. This is the way you're going to treat the Rush Division champion right here?
Can I have one more chance, or do I just need to go?
You have one more.
One more chance. And
Okay.
I've got a steel chair over here.
I
Don't
know
make-
you got
Ooh.
this because you show up and you take care of things time after time.
Thank you very much. He got you off the hook this time.
Whenever-
Just be better. Just
Do you-
be better.
Do you feel like that whenever you joined the Revolution that you were able to show your true colors?
I mean, I've always been this way. It's always been about championships. It's always been about that.
Now, what do you think about J-Rod? She bops, right?
Yeah, J-Rod's fantastic.
That's just someone
Yeah.
we haven't seen a lot of around the OVW locker room. And then as soon as she joined OVW back in a big way, she joined it in probably the biggest way possible
Absolutely.
by joining the Revolution.
Quite the entrance.
When was that a period where you were looking at the Revolution, or had you already kind of decided like this is going to be my home one day?
We knew
Mhm.
for a long time. It was just picking our right moment, picking our spot.
So everybody seems to have a different reason why they joined the Revolution. Tony talked to us about some opportunities that he felt like he was owed that he missed. Is there one incident that you can kind of look at and you say, that's when I thought that we need to make a change and we need to find a way to make this change?
Not a certain time, just I was presented by Doug at one point. He made me an offer that I would have been stupid to refuse, And I think that's why people are mad at me. That's why people might not like me. They're stupid. They don't understand the reasoning. This right here protects me, puts more money, puts more food on my table, which puts more money and more food on my family's table. You're stupid if you don't realize that. I did nothing wrong. I did what any man in my shoes would have done and accepted the invitation. And I'm sorry if people don't get that.
How would you describe your relationship to the Revolution? Are you guys friends or partners or somewhere in between, spouses? What are you guys over in the Revolution?
We're family. The Revolution is a family. We watch each other's backs. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
That's been shown. That's been shown many, many, many times. And I'm sure it'll be shown many times again. Tiny Brian?
You know, one of the things I love about the Revolution is, you know, you guys are a faction. You guys are willing to kind of do whatever it takes to get the win and to hold the belts. But we don't see a lot of, like with other factions, we see a lot of like run-in, interference, just kind of bothering matches that you don't need. And I really like that for the most part, you guys play it pretty clean.
We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. I won this championship fair and square, just like every other member of the Revolution.
Actually, from the chat here, Mr. Ryder cheats from Donna Cecil.
She doesn't matter. Who cares? I didn't ask her that question.
Okay.
But what happened a couple weeks ago when Cal and Omar won the tag team titles? What happened then? We didn't cheat in that match, did we?
Well, obviously not.
That's why we lost. It took Jack Vaughn to come out and screw AJZ and Dalton McKenzie out of the tag team titles. How is that being the good guy or playing by the rules?
I think that Jack, I don't want to take the words out of his mouth, but I think confronted with the same question, Jack would say that that's a veteran move.
That's a coward's move. That's a cheat move. They had to cheat. Team OVW had to cheat to get the tag team titles.
Maybe he was just motivated by the fact that he was cold and Dalton's got his jacket.
Dalton has been sort of wearing that jacket around. What do you make of that?
Looks better on him than it does on JV. Looks better on him.
Junior varsity Jack Vaughn.
That's right. He's not even varsity. He's JV. Bum. I've mollywopped him before. I'll do it again, too. I've beat Jack Vaughn before. Many times.
So we don't have a full thing because, of course, Halloween Hell Night is completely random. But we do have a couple things I would like to talk about for the pay-per-view. And so let's quickly get into an abbreviated version of our favorite segment, Predictions. Oh, it's OVW Predictions, brother. I just do a different one every time.
Could you not do that?
That was fantastic. Don't listen to him. That was great. You can do it as much as you want.
I was hoping that I could get you to tell him to not do that.
That was great. I loved it.
Look at that.
Could do it again.
He's a man of refined taste.
I was just hoping you would think I was cooler if I did what you did.
You're trying to get him in trouble. You're tattling on him.
No, I just want you to.
Jackman,
do the predictions, please.
Yes. Let's quickly talk about the Fatal 4-Way for the OVW National Heavyweight Championship, plus $10,000 out of Leather Daddy Doug's own wallet.
The leather fund.
Yes.
Which I'm sure is also made of leather.
Sure it is. So, does anybody think EC3 retains?
I think that they're... Go ahead. Go ahead, Luke.
I feel like no.
No.
I think that much like another thing that I could speak about and compare it to that I won't do here on this show, but I will probably do on the Sunday show, depending on how Saturday night's show goes. I think that the chance of EC3 retaining is a lot larger than people think that it is, and we should all prepare ourselves for that.
I think you make a reasonable argument because this is not the first time we were certain EC3 was going to lose. Although this is the first time, he's had the masked men all year who are now the Revolution. We're pretty confident the Revolution's not going to do a run-in this time and save EC3, right? Right, Star Rider?
I can't speak on that.
Oh, look at that.
Revolution does not reveal anything.
I will say this about the Revolution from my perspective, at least. They have been incredibly, although they have added a lot of members, they have always kept the fat very trim off of the Revolution. And I don't see from necessarily a storyline perspective or from a point of view perspective of the Revolution, why they would want EC3 around. I think that the Revolution, as it stands right now, could add more members, but I don't think that they're looking at EC3.
All right.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. That said, who do you guys think will win? Tony Evans, Jay De Niro, Will Austin.
We have a guest.
Yeah. Would you care? I mean, Star, you're not in the match. You care to offer a prediction?
Well, let me ask you this: what would it mean to the Revolution?
Yeah, I guess this would be adding somebody to your stable, to your group, to your family.
No. To bring the title there. What does that title mean to the Revolution? What does that mean to Leather Daddy Doug Basham?
It means everything. It's the National Heavyweight Championship. It's the championship at OVW. So we want all the championships.
And you're willing to pay $10,000 for it.
That's how much we don't want EC3 to walk around as the National Heavyweight Champion.
I got 5 on it. Tiny Brian?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I
just had my aside.
Who do you have in this match, Jackman?
Anybody other than Jay De Niro, for reasons you can find out on our podcast, the OVW Podcast, the unofficial podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling, wherever you find your media, your listening media, your podcast.
Brian, care to make a prediction?
I'd like to see De Niro win it. So I'm going to say the opposite of what you said.
And it might be for reasons you can find out on the OVW Podcast, the unofficial podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling, wherever you find your podcasts. Please like, rate, and subscribe.
So do you want to take one, either Tony or Will?
Yeah, take one. You can't just say anybody other than EC3. I'll
take Will because I love Will.
That's a terrible answer. I hate Will Austin.
Yeah, in a way,
I could see you having a problem with that.
I hate all those guys.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't like any of them.
He's a lot closer to y'all than he is to them, for what it's worth. I know you don't pay attention to anything outside of what happens in the Revolution locker room, but he's not exactly got the best reputation either.
Will?
Yeah.
Well,
no, he doesn't. He's got such a punchable face. Look at him.
And the Revolution have a reputation.
That's coming from a guy in a mask, though.
Oh, wow.
You're going to be
out loud? Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, I think you're starting to look like the guy with the punchable face, if you follow me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean,
keep it up. See what happens. Keep on.
Okay. Sorry, I'll try.
So,
it's really hard going on a live mic when you work at a whiskey distillery. Really hard going on a live mic.
All right. So, what would you? Who would you most be interested in having join your family here, Star Rider? I mean, you say you're a family. You don't like EC3. Tony Evans is, he's got a big personality. There's that. He's certainly useful as a spokesman, and he's certainly no slouch in the ring either. Jay De Niro, muscle, power, enforcer. And then there's Will, who you guys obviously don't like because you had the chance to get him and threw him back. So,
what does that? Yeah, just think about that. What does that say about Will Austin? He's that much of a butthole. I'll be nice putting it like that. That the Revolution kicked him out. So what does that say about Will Austin? He's that much of a butthole. Nobody likes him. And then who cares about Tony and De Niro? I've had my issues with them over the Kentucky Heavyweight Championship earlier in the year, but if it's a right fit for the Revolution, I could let bygones be bygones. So we'll see.
That is a lot of the story of the Revolution in general up until this point. Is we're moving forward. We're
whatever's
not looking backward.
Whatever's best for business. Whatever's best for the Revolution. That's all we care about.
Do you or are you guys over at Revolution HQ, are you worried about a scenario where the person wins the National Heavyweight Championship, takes the $10,000 and scrams?
They'd be stupid to do that.
I just wondered if it was ever a conversation that you guys had.
I'm not going to reveal any conversations that myself and the Revolution have had. All I'm going to say is if they take the $10,000 and run, they're stupid. The Revolution will Get back
Would
that
that put a target on their back for as far as the Revolution's concerned?
100%. Not only would you have the national championship and $10,000 of Doug's money, and you run away from us, 3 strikes and you're out, man.
Yeah.
They better watch out.
I think I'm at 2.5.
2 3/4, but who's counting?
You're getting very close to strike 3.
Yeah,
very close.
I'm about to Pete Rose slide into this thing, baby. Tiny Brian.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break, and we will come right back here on the OVW Podcast.
Ah, Paris, a beautiful city for the finer things in life. A city full of art, culture, and fashion. Hemingway said there are only 2 places in the world where we can live happy, at home and in Paris, Kentucky.
I'm Debbie. I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. 2 entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow. The wrestling brand.
I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
This is Wes Rocky, and we're in the OVW Fan Zone. Please join.
Oh my goodness, I've broken my purse.
Oh no. Welcome back to the OVW Fan Zone, where fans talk back. I'm Brian Hines.
I'm Cindy Lapa.
And I'm Star Rider.
Joining us this evening is Star Rider. Tomorrow night, Davis Arena, we've got Halloween Hell Night. And we don't know what the matches are because every match is a spin the wheel stipulation. But I know that those 2 hours are going to be a thriller.
Do you can you tell us kind of from the Revolution's point of view what goes into mentally preparing for a night where you can prepare for nothing?
Prepare for everything.
Okay, I should have walked right into that.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah. We're playing it fair tomorrow, as the Revolution always does. We have no idea. I have no idea who I'm wrestling. I have no idea what stipulation I'm going to be in, and that's because Doug does it for the fans. Everything the Revolution does is for guys like you, for the fans.
So
for everyone here watching.
Yes.
Sure.
So if you are in a tag team match tomorrow, who are you going to call if you need a partner?
It wouldn't be up to me. It'd be up to the wheel. So it could be Tony Gunn, it could be Dalton, it could be AJZ.
What if it was somebody that wasn't in the Revolution? Who are you going to call?
I'd rather not have him.
He doesn't even think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Revolution, they're as tight as that symbol they make.
I'd probably walk out because screw that person if it's not in the Revolution.
Going to flip the table and just be like, that's it, I'm done.
So I actually had an idea. I was thinking
this better be good. This better be a good idea from you.
I was thinking just one word. Name some people. You can give me like 1 word, 2 words, a phrase at most.
Sure.
On how you think of them. Doug Basham.
Amazing.
Dustin Jackson.
Stupid.
EC3.
Yeah.
J-Rod.
Amazing.
EC3.
You said him already.
I know. I was trying to get him. I was thinking maybe I could.
You're not gonna get me. Okay.
He's much more clever than that, Jackman. Come on.
You want to keep going?
How about Lecious Lawrence? What do you think about him?
Oh, greasy. He's a greaseball.
Let's talk about his normal partner, Omar Amir. What do you think about him?
I'll say a good thing about Omar. I'll switch it up. He's strong.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
That's an improvement.
And
the hot cold game, that is warmer.
What about Omar's tag team championship partner, Cal Hero?
Oh, God. I don't have all the time in the world to say all the bad things about Cal Hero and his stupid fanny pack.
What about Super Z?
Another guy in a mask that thinks he's a superhero when he's not. Who cares? Next.
There has been kind of a thing with Super Z. I feel like he's having trouble finding a place. Do you think there could ever be room for 2 masks in the Revolution?
No, he should leave. Not even a thought that's ever crossed my mind. He keeps messing with Doug.
He does seem to have. Well, he doesn't mess with
him and his friend Zachary D. Pittman.
Zachary D. Pittman is the troublemaker as far as Doug is concerned.
I hate them both. I hate them both. They both should be in the parking lot.
Jay De Niro.
Quiet. He never talks unless Tony sticks his hand up his butt and tells him to talk. When Tony snaps his fingers, that's the only time De Niro can do anything. And it's not even on his own. Tony tells him what to do before that.
I was going to ask about Tony, but I think we covered it.
I'll give you one word to describe Tony. Hush. That's what he should do.
That would have been my guess.
Hush that mouth. Ain't nobody care about what he's saying. Nobody. He talks way too much.
What about one last one here? Al Snow.
Who? Isn't he in a hospital right now?
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard any updates about Al Snow's condition. I hope he's healing. I hope to see him back at Davis Arena soon. Best of luck.
For what? Doug's doing a fantastic job running OVW. The board of directors appointed him.
I think Doug's doing
but
a
he
fantastic
is under
job
investigation,
running OVW.
Huh?
He is under investigation, is he not?
It's bullcrap for the investigation.
Yeah.
It's bullcrap. What has Doug done to warrant an investigation?
Tell us all the great things Doug has done for you.
We gave him this position. Look at that belt.
Right here.
That thing is shiny.
He offered me a chance to win this.
Yeah, you're reunited with Rushy, for crying
Exactly.
out loud. Of course you're happy.
Duh.
Tiny Brian, do we have any aggregated things from the chat?
Let's see. Yeah, we did have Roger Dorn who asked Jackman, do you identify as an 80s pop star now?
Yes.
No, he identifies as a loser, because that's what he is.
Oh.
I'm a loser, actually.
There we go. See, this is so much easier.
Soy
you just go
on
along
Père
with
de
this.
Door.
It's the wrong generation, but yes.
No, I agree. I know that song. I know that song.
Everybody knows that song.
Me especially. Ask Star Rider.
Now, guys, it's Halloween. We should all be
I got
happy.
all dressed up and everything.
We should all be happy on a Halloween. Are you happy?
I'm ecstatic. I get to push
Okay.
it.
Are you happy?
I'm ecstatic. I get to talk to Star
Okay.
Rider.
We need to turn this around because it's the season of witching, not the season of bitching, kids.
Wow.
So
okay.
we need to have a good time.
Okay.
So
let me ask you something, Stars, on a serious note for a moment. What is your pre-match ritual? Like when you're getting ready, it's 5 minutes or it's an hour till the bell rings and you go out. What is Star Rider doing? How are you prepping in that way?
First things first, you got to stretch. Got to make sure the body's loose and nimble out there. Don't want to get hurt. Drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated. Do some push-ups. Do some band work, and then pray before.
You don't have any superstitions, do you? Some people are very superstitious. Some people are kind of stitious. Do you have any pre-match rituals as far as that goes? Like, do you touch the same thing 5 times, or walk around the car 7 times before you go inside? I've known people, all right?
No, if I was still playing baseball when I was a kid, I was superstitious about touching the white line, touching the chalk before the game.
Yeah,
you never.
that's
did
a big
that,
one.
So
you don't do that.
For wrestling, it's my same ritual. So I mean, I guess I'm superstitious about that stretching. Just stay hydrated.
Do you say the same prayer every time, or is it just sort of whatever's on your mind at that moment? Do you like doing Our Father or something like that?
It's kind of just whatever pops into my head real quick. Just make sure I can
Just get whatever's on your heart off in that moment.
Yeah, thank God. Ask God to look over me, make sure I stay safe.
Absolutely.
See, I'm a nice guy.
Oh, yeah, I never have implied anything in the last 7 minutes that you weren't.
Anyways,
In the last 7.
continue.
I'm not. What, boy, you put on the mask, you put on the wig, and you just go places.
I
Jackman.
just had to hang out with my mom for an hour. A lot of stuff is pin up. 30 years worth of stuff's pin up, and for some reason, Star Rider's getting all of it.
You should be happy. You just spent an hour with your mother. She's a lovely lady, by the way.
Thanks.
Very lovely.
She is very nice.
So you should be happy right now. And you seem kind of down.
Everybody only gets one. That's what I always remind myself of. Everybody only gets one.
That's right.
So, trunk or treat, you don't look like you're a man who enjoys a lot of candy, Star Rider.
No.
With that kind of a physique, you look like. Do you have anything that if you find yourself with a big bag with a big tote of Halloween candy that you might pick through and grab one out of, or is it a completely no?
Twix.
Twix.
Left side or right side?
Both. I'm not gonna discriminate. Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both sides.
But it is great because it lets you feel like you're getting a little extra because you do get 2 little ones and you get 2 little moments of.
Oh yeah. I'll mollywop somebody to get some Twix at trunk or treat tomorrow. So if there's any Twix,
But
watch out.
Keep your kids locked up till after Star Rider gets his Twix.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just make sure that Star Rider has some Twix.
Just give me Twix before, and then nobody has to get mollywop. I'm not gonna mollywop a kid tomorrow. I'm not.
Not on Halloween.
No, you're a nice guy. We know that.
Yeah,
I know. Now you, on the other hand, you walk in to Hot Points Davis Arena tomorrow with Twix, and you don't give them over, you're getting mollywopped.
I like Twix, so there is a outside chance that I might get mollywopped.
There could be a pre-show match at Davis Arena tomorrow between Star Rider and Jackman Oaks over the Battle of the Twix.
I don't know if it'd be a match.
It would be a mollywop.
It would be a parking lot brawl, probably.
It wouldn't even be that. It'd be a mollywop, and he stands absolutely zero chance against
Dude,
me. Zero.
You step to him, you're getting all the Twix.
I just want to say, Michael Valiant in the chat, you've been lighting it up. Thank you a lot. Yes, we actually do just use random people from Davis Arena in our bumpers. If you're ever at Davis Arena, please
Find one of us. Yes.
And yes, there are fine Twix on both sides. I enjoyed that comment as well, Michael. You've been burning up the chat. Thank you.
I'll tell you what. You can have my Twix, but I'm keeping the Reese's.
Go ahead. I will trade.
Do we have one more breaker now?
No, we are broke out.
Oh, that sucks. I had something
but I
special.
have a cream for it.
I have something special planned, but I forgot it. It's in the other room.
But yeah, as far as Reese's go, the best Reese's by far is the seasonal Reese's. Any kind of seasonal Reese's, whether it's the pumpkins, the Christmas trees, the footballs.
That was it. I had a 2-pack that I was going to share on.
I'll
air.
mollywop for them shortly when we're done here. But
we
we're
are,
here.
of course, talking about Candy Talk here, mostly because at Davis Arena tomorrow, starting at 6:15. Is that correct?
Yes, trunk or treat will start at about 6:15 according to the poster.
There will be a trunk or treat.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Trunk
Halloween
open.
costumes galore. You don't have to be a kid to dress up for Halloween at Davis Arena. You can be an adult to dress up for Halloween at Davis Arena.
You can be an adult and look like an idiot like the guy sitting across from me right now.
Star Rider will be there with his Rush Division Championship. He doesn't.
Me and Rushy will be there tomorrow night. Mollywopping whoever has the misfortune of getting mollywopped.
Or has Twix.
That too.
Yeah, there's that.
He's not sure what he'll be doing tomorrow night because no one is sure what they'll be doing tomorrow night at Davis Arena because it is Halloween Hell Night. Spin the wheel. Make the deal. Everything is on the table. Be sure you show up tomorrow night at Hot Point Davis Arena and you find your tickets at ovwtix.com.
So, there's a couple of house shows still on the tour schedule right now. One, of course, our day job is the sponsor of the Bourbon Brawl.
That's right.
At
Bourbon County High School. Jinx.
On November 9th.
You owe me Coke.
I do. I've
got
it
Reese's,
right over here.
Right?
Yeah, Reese's.
There we go.
We'll arrange a trade because I've got some Coke, you got some Reese's. We can both be happy. But how do you like how much traveling? Tell us about some of the places you've gone traveling over the years because you've been in this. How long have you been in this, Star Rider?
It was 8 years back in August. I've been doing this, and I've been OVW with I think 4 years in October. So
wow.
Yeah, so 4 years this month with OVW.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you happy anniversary?
Yes.
Thank you, gosh.
Is there anything that you look back on in your OVW experience as fondly as your time in the Revolution, or has this recent stint in the Revolution just made so much sense for you that nothing else matters?
Well, of course, joining the Revolution is what I'm worried about now. But the past, obviously, the time I got to wrestle and beat up Gustavo on a weekly basis for this championship right here is always going to be some fond and special times I'll hold near and dear to my heart. And believe it or not, I do have a heart. I can see the look in your eyes over there saying I don't have a heart. I do have a heart, okay?
Catch a break over here.
So, yeah.
It's just business, Jackman.
And that famously concluded in the
scaffold match.
I almost said something that wasn't that word.
It was the scaffold match.
I'm terrified.
Look, you're fine. You're fine. We got this.
That scaffold match, which is there any chance, whenever down the road you're really feeling like being a cat with a half-dead mouse, you ask Daddy Doug for a scaffold match against an opponent?
That opponent would really have to piss me off like Gustavo did for a year or whatever it was. So that was the only way to culminate that feud. We had done pretty much every other match that I can think of, and to make history with it and be the only time the Rush Division Championship has main evented in a one-on-one match at a pay-per-view. That's a very special moment.
Oh, that's
to
a
me.
great fact. I don't think I realized that. That's a great
history
fact.
maker right here with Rushy.
Well, and then given that fact, it's obvious why Doug Basham wanted you to join his growing revolution here.
I'm the greatest Rush Division champion of all time. I did it before I even wanted a third time. I was already the greatest in everything that I had accomplished with this championship, and with this next run, I'm just solidifying myself as number one.
Have you gotten to hold this version of the Rush?
Yes, this is the only version that I've had.
I was thinking maybe that wasn't one of the ones they've changed recently. I'm mistaken.
No.
I'm very sorry.
It was the Kentucky Boy title.
That's
they
right.
changed the tag belts in the last year, didn't they? Because they used to be the Southern, right?
Somewhat recently, I think the tag titles have been redesigned, yeah.
Star's always been concerned with Rushy, though.
This championship right here.
Well, your style just so exemplifies what the Rush Division is about, and that the high risk, high reward, the going up high, the high spots in general. It's just awesome and fun to watch. And
don't get it twisted. I'm not just a Rush Division guy. When the time is right, I will be the OVW heavyweight champion. When the time is right. Right now I'm focused on Rushy and the Revolution, but I'm not just a Rush guy. I'm sick of people telling me that. You're too small. You're not big enough.
Well, a couple months ago, we watched your first match against Cashflow right here on Fan Zone Live.
That is right.
And it was a great performance there. Proof that, he's not a Rush guy, so it's proof that you can hang with the biggest guy in the building, pretty much.
I've hung in the ring with guys like Cashflow, Jesse Goddard, Omar, Luscious, Von Rocket, Jack Vaughn. You name some of the best that OVW
Donovan
has.
Cecil?
I haven't had a chance to wrestle him yet, but he would get his ass mollywopped.
I'd love to see that.
I'm just saying.
That would be a great match to see. I think that would be an interesting comparison of styles, him being so big and yet so athletic, and you so strong and so fast. It would be a fun match to watch, I think.
He's picked on Mama Mammoth tonight, and
she started it. I didn't do nothing.
And complimented my mother, and there's just no reality where that makes sense to me.
This is the bizarro episode of Fan Zone. It's like
it is Halloween. The veil is thin. There was fog rolled through here a minute ago.
There wasn't it?
What if some ran through here right now?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Weird.
Wouldn't that be insane?
It would be super weird if there was fog.
How crazy is that?
You started rolling in.
Suddenly,
oh my goodness.
Well, I'm watching the electricity flicker, so maybe the fog won't roll in any more than that.
Oh yeah, we don't need that.
So that we don't.
I hope
actually...
if the fog rolls in again, it goes more over there, so I don't have to see his.
Yeah, we should really be covering Jackman with the fog, maybe. But
I worked so hard.
I'm not sure when I turned heel. I seem to have turned heel tonight.
You said you work hard? You worked hard?
My mom did. She kind of helped with this whole outfit.
I could tell you're not that talented to do any of that on your own.
No, I'm not.
I could
and
tell.
I didn't inherit any of the genes. Not those anyway.
Let's get into the calendar, shall we?
Sure.
Well, all right.
So
then.
tomorrow night, it's an early night for OVW Fan Zone Live. If you like candy, because we do the trunk or treat, it is Hell Night. Get your tickets at OVWTix.com. A few ticks remain for that. Then Saturday morning, you can actually expect our OVW podcast, the unofficial podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling, for an early episode talking about that.
For the Halloween Hell Night.
Talking about Halloween Hell Night.
We are going to record tomorrow because of
Friday.
Saturday.
Today being Wednesday, yes.
Today being Wednesday, we are going to record that one on Friday because Saturday is the pay-per-view from Hot Point Davis Arena.
Yes, so we want to have that out in time for you to hear our thoughts on the actual that. Then we'll get the pay-per-view out. The actual episode covering the pay-per-view will not be out until Wednesday morning of next week. Just so everybody's aware, we're going to give you a little time to get it. Make sure you buy that on pay-per-view. If you can't be live in Hot Point Davis Arena, buy that, watch that.
Or
when you've had a chance,
pull a Keith Silva. Do it both.
Do both. We do both. I always have to do both.
If I'm going live, more often than not, it's not just about the wrestling. It's about interacting with the people, and right. I'm sure that is probably the case for you sometimes as well as it is for a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the whole experience.
I like to go back and watch it more often than not as soon as I get home to pick up on the things that I didn't get.
Before we actually officially sign off here.
Okay.
I love giving my mother hell. I love making fun of my relationship with my mother. I do very much really appreciate my mom, Annalisa Oaks, or whatever her last name is now. That's the last one. I do really much appreciate her coming by and helping with my makeup and helping with my clothes and getting to spend a little bit of time with her this afternoon or this evening. I very much appreciated, and it was kind of nice to spend that time with my mom, even though I've been giving her shit for the last hour. So.
All right, let's finish the calendar here. So.
Oh, I thought we were done.
No, not quite.
Sounded like we were done.
No,
it's fine.
Gun. We got a little.
Can you do anything?
No, just ask my mom.
So Saturday night, Fan Zone pay-per-view. Monday, Tuesday, OVW Overdrive, the show that always kicks out at 2. With Brian Kennison and Steven Johnson. Then
am I done?
Yeah.
Are you guys done with me? He keeps making weird eye contact and he's freaking me out. So am I good?
Yeah, Star Rider, if you'd like to.
I'm not asking.
If you need to leave, please feel free to leave.
Thanks so much to Star Rider. Oh, look at that. He is out. Oh,
fine.
There he goes.
Thank goodness.
Oh goodness. Oh wow.
Wow.
So, and then next Wednesday, we're back here for Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back.
Can we talk about that? What just happened?
I mean, we had a whole thing. I mean, we were going to talk about how much WrestleMania 1 meant to us, and
I thought we were going to have my mother sit down.
Yeah, your mom was here, and she did a great job with your makeup.
I didn't want him anywhere near, or her anywhere near Star Rider. I was afraid. Some of the stuff he was saying about her. She's a good-looking gal. Don't get me wrong.
I know, but
I think that might be where he's headed right now.
Oh my gosh!
Let's get.
Oh,
see ya.
All right, folks. We've totally lost control here. This has been OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back.
Happy
Brian
Halloween.
Hines, thanks for staying to the end and actually being on camera.
Do you want me to read the whole thing, or
nah.